On May 5th, 2023, a jury found by the preponderance of the evidence that Trump had sexually assaulted E. Jean Carroll and had defamed her by calling Carroll a liar when she asserted that Trump had sexually assaulted her. The defamation in that case occurred in October 2022 in a Truth Social post published by Trump when he was a private citizen. The jury awarded $5 million in damages to Carroll, which included only $300,000 in punitive damages. In June of 2023, Trump posted a cash appeal bond of $5.5 million and appealed the jury verdict to the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. I could not find any activity on that appeal after the notice of appeal was filed. The docket number is 23-793. Some observers have argued that Trump posted a cash bond because he had trouble finding an insurance company or surety company willing to post the bond. That is not necessarily the case. An insurance or surety company would want collateral in excess of the potential award and would charge a fee for issuing the bond, usually 1 to 3%, but can run as high as 10% in some circumstances. Trump may have simply wanted to avoid paying that fee and consequently paid into court that $5.5 million in cash. He may, however, be running into trouble with the double whammy consisting of the $450+ million civil fraud verdict and the $90+ million for the second E. Jean Carroll verdict, which included $65 million in punitive damages. So that's roughly, give or take a few million, $550 million that he will need to come up with in order to appeal those two cases. One common thread in Donald's adult life is that he has vastly exaggerated his wealth and success. The extent of those exaggerations were documented in a recently concluded civil fraud trial that he will try to appeal. His real net worth may become more apparent when and if he is unable to come up with the $550 million or so necessary to appeal those two cases. Someone with a net worth of more than $2 billion, which he has claimed to have had in the past, would be able to make those bonds. Net worth is the value of the assets minus the liabilities, which includes debt. Some of his properties may be encumbered with debt that exceeds the value of the property or would greatly diminish the amount of equity that can be used as collateral for a bond. Trump's attorneys requested on February 23, 2024, that Judge Kaplan, the federal district court judge who oversaw the Carroll trials, delay the filing of an appeal bond until 30 days after the court rules on Trump's post-trial motions that had to be filed on or before March 7, 2024. For legal nerds, those motions are under Rules 50 and 59 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Trump's attorneys also made various legal arguments in that motion requesting that the court reduce the damage amounts. The judge does have the power under Rule 59 to reduce the compensatory and/or punitive damage award. The problem with reducing the punitive damage award in the second Carroll case is that Trump's conduct in continuing to defame Carroll after a jury had decided in May of 2023 that he had defamed her is just egregious and incredibly stupid. Just shut up and appeal the verdict. A simple thing to do for a normal person, who had a $5 million verdict handed down against them. Just have your lawyers speak about the verdict and the grounds for appeal. But Trump could not do that. He could not shut his mouth. He had to continue defaming Carroll with the same statements that a jury had already found to be defamatory. Trump may be able to reduce part of the compensatory damage award, and I'm referring to the $7.3 million for emotional injury, and possibly the punitive damage award as well by some amount. Trump's attorneys cited some cases that suggested that the award for personal injuries was excessive compared to other cases. Carroll's attorney may have other cases where a similar award was upheld. This is a matter within the court's discretion, and I suspect that this district court judge is fed up with Trump and it's not going to cut him any slack. The court would need to find that the compensatory part of the award was excessive or deviates materially from what is reasonable compensation. If Judge Kaplan concluded that the award was excessive, the court may order a new trial on damages only, since the trial was only on the issue of damages, since liability had been established in the earlier trial verdict, which was in May of 2023, or he may grant a remittiture which compels the plaintiff, Carroll, to choose between a new trial and a reduction of the damage award made by the court.